unmute. I had to unmute myself. Happy Thursday, guys. Happy Thursday, guys. Come on in. Let me mute my phone, mute the office phone. Happy Thursday. As you're coming in, just say hey as you're coming in. Just say hey as you're coming in. Just say hey as you're coming in. Let's get this energy up. It is Thursday. It has been a very, very busy week, but I am excited. I am excited. Happy Thursday. I am excited to have this conversation today about how will you retire from real estate. And I'm just gonna get right into it. You guys know that we generally we have our lunch break together, right? And we're CEOs. We create our own schedules, but time is money, right? And we want to be efficient with our time. So we're gonna get right into it. For those who this is your first time joining us, welcome to our space. Welcome to TXU, where we come together every Thursday and have a quick conversation, right? A little bite-sized conversation about ways to grow our real estate businesses. My name is Racole Jackson. I am the founder and lead instructor of TXU. I am also the founder of Title Experts. TXU, Title Experts University, is powered by Title Experts. Title Experts, as you know, is our full service real estate title insurance and settlement firm. We service all of Florida. So most of you who are in the room, you probably work with us. If not, we welcome you to the opportunity to work with Title Experts on your very first deal. We would love to see you and work with you. Hello from Luxury Properties International. Okay. Hey, Alicia. All right. So we're going to get right into it. And so today's conversation, guys, it literally, um, the genesis of it is simply put that I realized that as real estate professionals, really just as a CEO, right? When you work for a company, they generally set the retirement plan up for you. But when you step out to become a CEO of your own business, you have to create your own path to retirement, your own path towards financial freedom, right? But one of the benefits of being the CEO of your own business is that you literally have full freedom and flexibility to create your own path financially. You can decide how much or how little you want to make in your business, and that's the blessing of being a CEO. Now, with that being said, the conversation was, how will you retire though? Oftentimes, as the CEO of your business, um, you will get caught up in the details. You'll get caught up in the details and you will look up and it will be 5, 10 years and you really have not made a plan. I want you guys to really listen about and think about, imagine 10 years from now 10 years from now, are you ready to retire 10 years from now based on how you're operating today? Is everything in place? And then I mentioned that there's more to these exits to the final exit. What is it? What was the movie? Final something. Tell me in the chat what the name of the movie was. So final something. Your final exit. There's some steps before you get there that you should consider on how you are retiring from the day-to-day grind of real estate. So I'm at the final destination. Thank you. Well, that's a scary movie, but yeah. Well, it could be scary if you didn't plan on it, but let's see here where we are. So this this discussion on how will you retire from real estate, yes, how will you retire from real estate, when I thought through essentially really how I've been able to build this retirement path, it reminded me of Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant. How many of you have seen this cash flow quadrant before? You've heard about the cash flow quadrant. How many of you seen this before? Let me know in the chat. If you've seen it before, say me. If not, say no. That's fine. But the cash flow quadrant, awesome. The cash flow quadrant, the idea behind the cash flow quadrant is it's saying that the ideal place for you to be is the I quadrant. as an investor. This is where I introduced, wonderful. This is where you are trying to be as an investor. I'm sorry, as an individual, you want to be an investor. So let's walk through this. Let's walk through the cash flow quadrant and how this is relevant to us. So the E in the cash flow quadrant is for an employee. You guys are clearly no longer, if you're in full-time real estate, you are no longer an employee, right? You are, you have the awesome Rich Dad Poor. Actually, here's the book right here, Cash Flow Quadrant. I'm gonna go to the. This is it right here. Y'all know I have a ton of books. It's all marked up. We did a whole series on this. We can do a series in our group, but that's the book, and we did this like a year ago. But here's where oftentimes we start as an employee. The top left, right, is as an employee, and you see the little the icon there. It says time is money. The amount of active work determines your income. And this is not, the let's put it this way, the left side of the quadrant is where you don't want to be. It's where you do not want to be. And when you first start off in real estate, that's pretty much where you start. Top left, most of us are not on the top left because we're obviously not employees. We are entrepreneurs. So we automatically kind of jump into the bottom left, self-employed. But here's the kicker. They say as is in an S, you bought yourself a job. Because look, it's still time equals money. So that's what we have to accept as real estate professionals and figure out how to get away from it immediately. If I don't wake up, if I don't prospect, if I don't show a house, if I don't get a listing, I'm not getting paid. I'm still time. It's still my time. My time is my time required for the money. I own a job. Does that make sense? So I don't work for someone else. I'm not someone else's employee. It's someone else's employee, but I'm an employee of my own business. Time is money. If I don't spend any time in my business, I don't make any money. Like literally, that is the only income stream I have. If I get sick, I'm not eating. There's no money. Perfect. If I just want to take a break, there's no money. This is where most real estate agents, they start and they end. But you guys will not. After this conversation today, you will not end in this space if you employ these tactics. Top right, B, business owner. Hello, somebody. That's what we're working towards. Your income does not depend on your active work. If you want to take a day off, your business is still going. Contracts are still being written. Deals are still being processed. Properties are still being listed, right? Your active work, your work is not the end all be all of your income. And how about this? You're only one person. More importantly, you're only one person. So you're really not leveraging yourself. You only get 8 hours or 10, maybe 12 if you're a beast per day. So how do I create more time in a day? I create more time in the day by having a business. What is required for a business? A business is effectuated by having systems in place, right? When you have systems in place, now you have a business. You do not have a business until you have something that you can hand over to someone and they can run it the same way you have. And then that's the what do they say? That's the Holy Land. That's the that's where you're trying to get. Your income does not depend on active work. At this point, your money is working for you. This is where this is where you exit rich. As with the I, your income is not dependent upon your active work, right? So as real estate professionals, I wanted to have a conversation with you guys and really kind of just show you how you deploy this. I want to show you how you deploy this so that you can, kind of look forward to retirement or say, I really don't have to retire because I'm really not working that hard, right? So let's start off with the S because that's where most of us start off. We start off on S. It's all on us. We're the chief cook and bottle washer. If we don't unlock the door, it's not going to open, right? The first way you slide out of that S category into the B, number one, you need some leverage. Who are your employees? Most, I won't say most, some realtors, I won't say most, some realtors have already deployed the first piece of leverage, which is a transaction coordinator. I was, if you look in my stories, I saw today, one of the realtors, he was mentioning, he said, one thing I wish I had known 6 years ago when I first started in the business is that once the property's under contract, or once it's under contract, my job is done. I need to be focusing on getting more money. I need to be focusing on new money. That's it. Why am I still, my time spent on contract to close, that's time wasted. That's time wasted. I need to be focusing on new money. So the first step, the first stop in your exit, and you guys are going to have this handout in the community, is to hire for administrative task. If you already have a transaction coordinator, congratulations. That's the first step. What else can you hire for? Can you hire for your marketing? Can you hire for your cold calling? Can you hire for your mailers? All of these administrative tasks. What is the first stop? Make sure you grab a sheet of paper and write this down, because your thoughts are going to come to you now. By the time you get the handout in the community, you might forget. Or even just grab your phone and take notes in your phone. What is your first stop? What is the first stop? Definitely outsourcing. Transaction coordinator, like I mentioned, the marketing. I like that. Finding out your skill set. I want to let's talk about that a little bit. Finding out your skill set. How about more like what you want to do? You might be able to do something, but that just might not be your jam. You just might not want to do that. As an attorney, I will take your head off with litigation, but I do not enjoy it. That ain't my thing. I just don't enjoy it. I do not enjoy litigation. But transactions, love it. Love it. So this is an opportunity for you to say, what do I want to do? And you better not say, I enjoy the contract to close process. I mean, you can say that, but I hope you don't say that, because that's really not, that's not time, money, return. That's not it. I've heard people say, well, I like that part of it. Well, if you like that part of it, I suggest you go open a transaction coordination company. Maybe, because I just don't want you as a realtor focusing your time in contract to close. That's just not, especially when no one else is going to get the deals. How about that? Let's put a pin right there. If you're spending your time on contract to close, who's prospecting? The time you spend on that, who's going to get the deals? All right, well, okay, that's a thought. So I think that'll show you who should who should be doing the administrative task. So that's the first stop, hiring for administrative tasks. Second, implement systems to duplicate yourself. Okay, how about this? Now, this is when you know, guys, that you really understand your business, and this is how you become a business owner. When you implement systems to duplicate yourself, the value of your business is you being able to say, here's our process, here's how we do what we do, and you can bring in people. That's where value comes in, right? In this book, if you read it, they talk about McDonald's, and they talk about the fact that probably everybody in their youngest child can make a burger better than McDonald's, right? But why is the burgers are probably getting worse, right? But they're billionaires. Why are they billionaires? Because they put a system in place. You guys know now in McDonald's, have you seen it? If they just put what size in some of the McDonald's, if the team members put what size drink you ordered, that size cup drops out, spins around, gets the ice fill. They don't even have to fill the cups anymore. They don't even fill the cups anymore. The cup dropped down, goes to the ice, goes to the drink, slides back around. They only have to put the lid on it and hand it to you. So, what does that look like in real estate? It looks like building a team, guys. It looks like building a team. And the team doesn't have to be a team of real estate agents. You can probably even build a team of, again, virtual assistants that you still want to be the one to do the listing appointments, but you have virtual assistants that make the calls, set the appointments, put your listing presentation together. You go out, you get the listing, they put it on the market, they order the photos, right? But it's a system. And you have all these people that are doing the work for you while you do what your highest and best use is. I use my office, for example, all the time. Again, can I close files? Yeah, but how many files can I really close by myself in one day? But guess how many files I can close with a whole team of closing coordinators and closers out there in the front? When I first left my law firm, I was self-employed. Everybody starts there. You're self-employed. That's a good place to be. But now I own a business. Files are still going to close whether I'm here talking to you or not, right? So I want you guys to think about that. What are ways that, how can I duplicate myself to remove myself, not just necessarily from the task that I should not be doing, but showing others how to do what I do. You give the person the scripts for dialing. You give them the scripts for their appointment. You give them the scripts for the buyer consultation. Set it up so it can run without you, right? Now, the third stop, still in this B quadrant, is adding an income stream. Adding an income stream to your real estate business. How do you add an income stream? Maybe rentals, Airbnb. Maybe you have an affiliate program. What's an affiliate program? Maybe you do so much business that uh, the photography company will give you, $25 for every client you refer to them. The moving company will refer you to give you $25 for every client that you refer to them. It's a small thing, but some people make a good amount of money. And there are some brokerages that kind of facilitate this for you. They facilitate this additional income stream for you. I'm going to move a little deeper into an additional income stream, and it depends upon how much you want to dedicate yourself to it. How about lending? Anyone also has their mortgage broker's license? I know a couple realtors. They have their mortgage broker's license and their real estate license. So they're getting both sides of the deal. As they should. You've done the work. Disclosure. I'm a licensed broker, and your client wants to see that. That's a benefit to your client. That you can say, I can make sure your financing get done. You're not at the mercy of the lender. And of course, here we go, leverage. You're not working the deal by yourself, guys. Once you hang your license with the broker, you're going to have a processor, just like a transaction coordinator. They're going to have a processor that's going to push that file through. Let's not overthink it. They only need you as the licensed mortgage broker to put in the application. After that, let's not overthink it. There's a processor that's working it while you go get the next deal. See, so there's a lot of businesses that are already set up like this, that you bring in the deal, the back office will finish it, right? So adding mortgage license, title. I don't know if he's on here. One agent has title agent, mortgage broker, and he's a real estate broker. You can do it if you like to. And guess what? You don't have to build a mega brokerage. You don't even have to do, you don't have to have, you don't have to build a KW. You don't have to build a I don't know, Compass. Just put your little, 50 agents, and all of a sudden you have all these different income streams, but you have a business. And that's the one thing I want to mention too before we jump to the I, guys. With the advent of technology and all these different resources, you guys can rival the mega offices on your own. You can create a one-stop shop of your own, right? What's a real estate broker? Are you serious? Or maybe I know you're not serious. You can create if you're good at putting systems in place, you can do it on your own. And then the last thing, an investor, the fourth stop. On the handout, you're going to see retire with residual income. If you guys are in business, we talked about this before, but setting up your business, paying yourself, set up your 401ks, your IRAs. Set them up, guys. Set them up so that when you retire, you will have funds. Also, stock market, if you understand it. If you understand the stock market, invest in the stock market. But also, more importantly, what you do understand is real estate, right? I challenge you guys, when you retire, I challenge you to retire with enough doors, enough real estate to cover your annual income needs. You are in this space. I challenge you. Today is August 25th, 2022. I challenge you from this day forward to put your plan together to have enough residual income. This is how we're going to exit. This is the final destination. The final destination. We've talked about starting as a self-employed. Some of us are just getting started in real estate. Some of us are new. But even the new people, once you get a couple transactions under your belt, and I would even say before you get those transactions under your belt, let's have a conversation about a transaction coordinator. If you don't have a transaction coordinator, message me. I will set you up. We have a transaction coordination company. We now offer transaction coordination services with our closings. It's built in. I'm tired of having the conversation about why don't you have a transaction coordinator. It is built in with our closing services. It makes no sense. Go get more deals, right? So we go from there to the business owner. To become that business owner, this is painful, but it's going to be provide you with the most return, guys. And that is documenting your systems. How does your business run? When you're set up to where others can do what you do, when you say, oh, nobody's going to service them like me, they don't want you. They want the service that you provide. And so when you get to the point where everyone knows to answer the phone a certain way, that's a business. When they know to provide this booklet, this card, this at this juncture, that's a business. And so that's what I challenge you. I challenge you to document your process so that you can be gone and your business will continue to run. And then lastly, I challenge you to look at your investments. Look at where your passive, your residual income is coming from. This is how you're going to exit wealthy. I challenge you. How much do you need? And you don't want your income to drop. So we already hit our income goal. We already determined how much we want to make. Match it. How many doors do I need to have when I retire so that my income does not change? That was easy, right? That was easy. That was easy. Somebody give me the takeaway. Give me your best takeaway before we get out of here. We got 5 minutes left. Somebody give me your biggest takeaway. Your biggest takeaway. We got the transaction coordinator coming. We're going to document our processes so that someone else can continue to start taking some stuff off of us. Systems. Y'all know I love systems. Oh, I'm going to get a shirt that says systems. I'm going to get a shirt that says systems. Yes, setting yourself up early. It is so Guys, this thought just came to mind. Don't be so busy. Don't be too busy assisting others with accomplishing their real estate goals that you forget about your own. Yeah. Don't be so busy getting others in their homes and you forgot about your own home, your own investment Don't you so busy getting others in rentals? What about your rentals? We do it. Trust me, I did it before. So do it now. It reminds me of my mom used to say, they say the shoemaker's kids has no shoes, something like that. Y'all heard that before? That's old school, old country people. The shoemaker's kids has no shoes. Listen, we did it. Grab the handout in the community. It'll walk you through the 4 stops to retirement. Yes, identify your strong points. Identify, and the last thing I'm gonna say, and this is why I really feel I'm really passionate about this, because I'm even doing this more in my business, guys. Even more in my business, I'm peeling away things that I do because I can do it, but I don't, but I should not continue to do it, and I'm even focusing more in my highest and best use. What I will say, systems in place to replace my face. I like that. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's a whole nother. Oh my God. That's what we're gonna talk about that's what we're gonna talk about next month. Marketing and branding. Yes, let's talk about that next month. I like that. Oh, so last thing before we go. I want to go back to what you were saying about your highest and best use. When you are able to work in the area that's your highest and best use, or even maybe it's just the area that you enjoy the most, you won't get tired. We get tired, we procrastinate, we're short tempered, and we get frustrated when we are responsible for tasks that we do not enjoy. Take it from me. Get as quick as you can. Don't bust your budget, right? But as quickly as you can, get to the point where you are only doing what is your highest and best use, and really what you enjoy doing. What they say, what fuels you. What fuels you. Because everything else is just gonna make you tired. You're gonna give up, throw your hands up, never get it done, and then you're gonna retire early from the business, right? So that's our time, guys. Grab the handout in the community. I look forward to seeing you guys in the community. I'm going to be dropping in there. I always say I'm going to be dropping in there more to just give you guys, as I go through the day, just more handouts. It is so possible. We're in the best space, guys. That's the last thing I want to tell you. Real estate is still the best method to build wealth. Don't abandon the ship. Don't get tired. Go deeper. Work smarter, not harder. Real estate is still the best method to build wealth, from being a real estate broker, agent, to being in lending, to being entitled, to even being an investor. Stay in this space. Stay in this space, right? And you will exit happy, healthy, and wealthy. All right, guys, that's our time. I will see you all next Thursday, same place, same time. Love you much. Bye.